Brianne Shulman with Get Your Fix Physical Therapy and Performance. Now, if you are like a lot of people, you have pain on the bottom of your foot, it's been diagnosed as plantar fasciitis, you've been icing and rolling and nothing is working. Totally get it. You're in the same boat as a lot of people. And there's a good reason why, and that's what we're going to dive into today. So when we're talking plantar fasciitis, by definition, it's inflammation in the plantar fascia. This tissue is a very, very dense tissue. So first and foremost, icing, rolling, stretching, doing any of those sorts of things to that tissue really isn't going to do any good, first and foremost. It may give you some temporary relief, but long term, and even technically short term, because we can't really like it's not a tissue that really loosens up real well. The icing, the rolling, that sort of thing doesn't address it. But more importantly, the pain on the bottom of the foot is a symptom. All pain is information telling you there's something wrong. Pain on the bottom of the foot, diagnosis plantar fasciitis, is the same thing. It's simply a symptom. From there, we can treat the symptoms all we want so we feel better, but until we actually start addressing the cause, it's not going to go away. So when we're looking at causes, we're looking at things like weakness in the feet. If the feet can't support itself, it's putting increased pressure on that plantar fascia. Every single step you take, the more steps you take, the more pressure. The more you run, the more dynamic and loaded pressure, jumping, things like that. Another big cause is actually how you're running, your running technique. Anytime we have an aggressive heel strike, we are putting increased pressure and forces, through that plantar fascia as that foot comes to the ground. So that heel strike automatically places increased forces through that plantar fascia over time, can flare up the bottom of the foot. And ultimately, if we don't correct these mechanical issues, the weakness, the running technique things, it's not going to clear up. And then we also have to remember there is a big correlation between the hip and the foot. So if there's any weakness, tightness, things like that in the hip, it can impact how that foot is working or not working. So if you are doing all the things for the foot as far as like doing the strengthening, doing like looking at mechanics, figuring out what's going on with that foot and it's not working, it might be time to look up the chain and see what's going on at that hip to see if something there is going to help you. So hope you found this insightful and helpful today. If you have any further questions for me or just want to check out any other information I have out there, feel free to search my YouTube channel. You can also check out getyourfixpt.com. I have a lot of educational information on there, and you can also reach out to me through there as well.